What is this shit? Quick, think of the first 2010s anime that comes to mind. Got it? Okay, good. It probably sucks, right? I've been thinking a lot about early 2010s anime recently, studying it, researching it, and I wondered, what demon possessed me back then? Don't get it twisted, they do have a soft spot in my heart, but could I take any of them seriously today? Fuck no, I'd rather get put in a Happy Wheels level. Sword Art Online, Noragami, Kikai Sensen, Charlotte No Game No Life Parasite, the list goes on. What do these anime all have in common? The fact that they're all anime as fuck. Big, jiggly boobs, every sword being a katana, trash ass stubs. This stuff went together like furries and inflation kinks. None of these shows had any right being called peak, and the show I want to talk about is no different. Everything I just said applies to this, no exceptions.
No, but you see!
Relax, this isn't a hate video. K-Project stuck out to me as special. Think about when this anime released. Genre-defining tropes were being born as we knew it, most ideas were still fresh, but K-Project still proved unique. It's anime just like the others, sure, but it's also K-Project. Shows like Guilty Crown and Blue Exorcist have no identity outside of being early anime. K-Project, though, defines itself. It's one of the most visually unique anime ever. I have no idea why it's not more recognized. It's an underrated gem through and through. Oh, and by underrated, I don't mean Schrodinger's niche TikTok media.
One Piece is such an unknown, underrated gem.
Am I the only guy who's heard of ReZero?
Yes. Unlike those shows, K-Project is genuinely underrated. Source? I made it up. No, but for real, don't let the ratings deceive you. Yeah, it's not exactly unknown, but it's not talked about. K-Project's just a show everybody watched once, enjoyed, then moved on from. Like a used condom. I mean, the only reason I remembered this show even existed is because my friend's coincidentally a drooling, stupid superfan. Probably one of the only superfans the show has. And, you know, I think that's a real shame. Even shows like Noragami are probably someone's favorite, but K-Project? Well, maybe, I don't know, but not a lot. Before rewatching K for the video, I was a little worried. I didn't want my good memories to be ruined if the show was ass, but I was surprised. The visuals in K are just unmatched. Every scene has a color grading that adds so much flair and flavor, it honestly became the best part of this anime for me. I've been using it a lot in this video, but that blue and green gradient just looks so good and makes me feel funny in my special place. Trust me, once you get used to it, you'll never want to look back. Even real life begins looking bland after, and the grading matches the colors of the kings. I'll explain later, don't worry. When it's red versus blue, you can tell. It's such a small piece of visual storytelling, easily overlooked, but it's super effective. The anime wastes no effort with its city wide shots and beautiful pans over the ocean, which by the way just looks stunning.
Through the K-water, fuck.
Here it is, bro, the K-water scene.
Oh my god.
And the characters, especially in season 2, have this expensive gloss to them where it looks like every frame had attention to detail. Don't get me started on the camera angles. They're dynamic and brave, and it pays off in my opinion even when it low-key shouldn't. Bravery is the biggest strength K has. You think they cared about the guidelines when making K? Look at the colors, somebody definitely got fired over this. His name was probably Hito Yamamoto. Honestly, I could go on forever about the aesthetics this show has because it really is so standout. Even over a decade later, I still haven't found another quite like it. But I wouldn't be making a video on K if that's all it had though, because the music is just as unique. It's this blend of urban hip-hop and techno something, and it perfectly captures K. Somehow it makes the piano sound like a straight rap instrument, and also violin. And me and my friends rewinded multiple times because the music had a... Personally, I went out of my way to download like half the OST because it wasn't on Spotify. First one song, but then...
Oh, me like that one.
After I lost count, oh god. Do you guys like Juice WRLD? Because he sampled K-Project. Okay, hear me out. The music is full of symbolism. Mikoto has the ability of fire and destruction, but his theme song is anything but that. A man who once viewed power as freedom realized it was the very same shackles he tried to escape from. A man who knows the end of his life is near, and his song reflects this. Okay, that got really sentimental. Let's change it up a bit. It wouldn't be anime if they didn't have action in it, and K-Project is just full of it. The fights almost feel greater than life. They defy physics, fight like they're having fun. The camera goes all while the characters are going. You can feel the energy with every punch, every slash. Fighting is an art. People pull their punches to yapple clashing and... Wait, doesn't that sound like a bad thing? Fuck no! K-Project isn't like Tokyo Ghoul where people only take injuries when the author says so, and it's not pretending to be otherwise. It's meant to be like that. That's kind of the point. The choreography is fast, flashy, and stylish. This guy's gimmick is smoking and lung disease. This one has romantic relations with skateboards. It's just super anime and it works well. Has anyone else noticed this? Most anime now are punch, get hit, reaction shot. But K has long drawn out scenes of raw violence the whole way through. The camera does go crazy, yes, but when it doesn't go crazy, it's not because the Boogeyman deadline spanked their bums. It's because they want to highlight the action. The power scaling is consistent too, and you don't notice it when other anime just fuck around, but when it does matter, it matters. The strong bully and dunk on fodder like...
The light slam in the face.
Of course, none of this would matter if the cast sucked, and this is where K excels. The characters, Loki carries a plot. K-Project is basically a big faction war when it comes down to it, and this premise only works because we actually care about the factions. The biggest thing is unspoken history. Nothing is spoon-fed to us. They'll feed you, yes, but only if you're hungry. Why is there a little girl in a criminal gang? It doesn't work. It's clearly an author's fetish. But then you see how the characters interact, like they've done this a million times before, and you think, what kind of story happened before this? And you can go find out, it's written, but I'll cover that later, don't worry. Tell me why I can visibly see the tension on characters' faces, their backstory and trauma just laid bare. It doesn't need some side character to explain what's going on because it shows us. Characters don't need to be written with insanely lengthy backstories to be deep because people in real life aren't like that. All you need is believability and personality. K masters this. They'll lie straight in your face, asserting their beliefs and psych, I changed my mind. And the characters know this too. You think he doesn't know the contradiction in his actions? It's visible in his face, in his words, in his behavior. When you combine all this together, you get something really special. Oh, and if you love the characters, well, the characters love each other too. This anime is so close to boy love at times. Looks like they about to kiss. There is no need for them to be that close. I can only imagine what the Wattpad stories was like. Mikoto, Suo Mikoto. Cool, but what's it actually about? Skip ahead if you don't want spoilers. The future has arrived. Robots and holograms are normal parts of society, but that never gets elaborated on, so this world is dominated by people known as kings. The city is their oyster, they blow shit up and the government just eats it like the good little cucks they are. Our first interaction with the show is slow, peaceful. The music lulls you into immersion. Characters walk like they don't have places to be. Snow falls on them like... Nobody care about all that. Does this person look familiar to you? What am I looking at? It turns out they had places to be after all. Mystery, intrigue. Who is this person they're after and why? But nope, dead end. He didn't know anything, so... Who's that guy? Oh shit, it's the ops!
What are you gonna do, boss?
Burn them all.
A fire surges, his heat envelops the building, raw flames flood the hallways and boom, out of the doors. This is the power of a king. Wait, if those guys are the opposition, then what does it mean they can do? They dispel the fire easily like it's light work. You see that guy? He's a king too. They fight back, responding with their own and... The match has been set. The Red King versus the Blue King. As the audience, your butt clenches in anticipation. Then he surrenders. He doesn't even resist against his arrest. What? Even his own group is surprised. He probably surprised himself. The seeds are planted. We're already curious. We're already subconsciously profiling this guy. Welcome. This is, Chingchong High School, and our new protagonist, Isane Yashiro, but honestly, Chingchong student sounds better. He's not very interesting at first, and has nothing to do with the main groups, but don't worry, this changes pretty quickly. He has friends, attends his classes, and goes to a Hyperborean Academy. Bro, look at this school! But we need the plot to move, and this bum isn't doing anything on his own. Alrighty, Sana, play it cool, play it cool. Fuck! Okay, fast forward all this crap, I don't care. Okay, well, too far! Yashiro's running errands when ominous figures begin stalking him. The same guys we saw at the beginning. What? Those guys were looking for somebody, I think. Yes, you're right, good job. At the same time, another ominous figure, unrelated, stalks him as well. Oh my god, it's a femboy! I'm about to cream. Huh? Oh, things are getting interesting again. If you ever want to run up on your ops, do it like this. Fuck, he missed, not like that. Yashiro realizes he's on blood territory and tries to bounce, but this gang is notorious for never giving up and... Yo, what are you doing? Go after him! Oh my god, it's the femboy! Okay, so he's on Isana's side. We don't even know why he's being targeted yet. Never mind, he's not on Isana's side. The femboy said, fuck all that, I want to kill Isana myself. And so he starts accusing Yashiro of things like murder, being a king. It's a lot to take in, but... Wait, what the... Footage of Isana's face begins showing up all across the city.
I'm Tatara Totsuka. What's your name?
And it's of him killing another person.
That's you, right? Answer me.
Okay, let's talk shit about it now. The plot is serviceable, good, decent. Okay, I have nothing to say about it. Stories with good writing make you second guess your judgment. But in K Project, we already figured out the main twist by like the 5th episode. To give credit, the 2nd season is much better, but is this show the best thing ever? No it isn't. The whole main conflict is just the stupidest thing ever. The Green King wants to share this power with the world, so that powerless don't die powerless, so that disasters like the crater incident never have to repeat. Remember, the entire power system in this verse is concentrated in a single city, not even like all of Japan, just one city.
No, that's dangerous.
What about that?
It's dangerous. All I want is friends and
Oh
family.
my god, this bitch is stupid. Tell me why it's such a big deal in anime when countries outside of Japan start gaining importance. Why is it described as like the end of the world? That sounds sick as fuck. Everything could have been resolved if Wiseman and Anna just dumped that fuck, but instead they let Reishi just run the ones. I don't care about the ending because I don't think the situation they found themselves in was believable. Just jump him! And the fan service is just holy shit. What?
There's the scene!
Characters just have their ass out, no panties, raw. Stop! That got dangerous, nearly got demonetized. But to be honest, I don't care. Fan service isn't anything new in anime. Of course, that doesn't excuse it, but that's like going to India and complaining about the smell. That's stupid as shit. We all have different reasons for watching anime, so I can totally get why this wouldn't be for you. But for me, I liked K Project, but I hated Fire Force for the same reasons. Why? Because I'm biased. Anime was this weird closed-off medium. You could have and should have expected weird stuff. This tiny-ass plot involving a tiny-ass city reflects how the medium was structured back then, and I like that. Can you imagine the construction business in this world? People just flinging out hyper nukes daily. It's insane. So I ask, would this anime slide today? Absolutely fucking yes. K Project has a lot of side stories. Most are novels and manga, typical anime stuff, I think you get it. Nobody has time to read all that. But when I found out that 6 were anime adapted, my nipples were tingling. The point I'm trying to make is that me and my friends came in with no expectations or nostalgia, and holy shit. All the strengths K had are amplified. The fights are look at this, bro, look at this! The scale and spectacle is roided up like some tiny dick bodybuilder, but it doesn't lose any of the technical finesse and martial arts it had. I really have to ask, why weren't they moving like this in the main series? If you had shown me this as a kid back in 2012, I would have creamed. I'm getting ahead of myself though. I really do have to mention its biggest strengths are the characters. All that unspoken history responsible for making everything feel palpable is brought to life. When you watch these characters, you go, oh, I can see why he did this in season 1. Do you know what's happening on screen? I didn't even think I knew what it was. Anyway, my name's Yaki Hayake, however you want to say it. I make videos like this often, so maybe subscribe.